Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you here today on Thursday. I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of those who are tuning in from all around the world, wherever you may be tuning in from. Thanks for joining the channel. And of course, those who are regular watchers of the show, you know the drill. If you can smash that like, this helps get the content out to more people out there. And of course, love all the comments and the questions. I get back to those as quickly as possible. And if you want to join the ever-growing community, we only launched at the end of May, so just a couple of months now in, and the channel has grown so much, and I'm so appreciative to all of you who have subscribed. And if you'd love to join the channel, click the subscribe button. You'll be getting updates as soon as a new video is posted. All right, we're going to jump into some news, and then we're going to jump into some of the charts here, which is great. And of course, if you're not in the Discord, I'm in the Discord, the stockswithjosh.com Discord. I'm in the crypto channel daily, interacting with the best community on Discord. So jump in. The links are below in the description. There are a ton of great links below that you can check out, as well as my cheat sheet, which I'll cover in a little bit. But here we go. Titan of crypto. Overall, Bitcoin keeps printing higher lows on the weekly time frame. Each time a long wick candle shows big buying pressure. The trend remains bullish. I would agree with that. The Titan of crypto has 102 to 127 target. My target is 102 to $120,000. So that's my target. I do have a video on my channel, so you can go check that out at some time. This is something that I shared yesterday, and I want to share it again today because I saw so many people talking about, it's going to go to 40,000. Bitcoin's going to go to 30,000. Look, while it's possible that Bitcoin can go that low, if we do, I would think I would have strong feelings that the bull market would be over. And the reason why is that mining companies, 45K, this is the level of cost for them to produce a Bitcoin. And in the past, if we've gone below this level, which we did back in March 2022, March 2020, November 2018, it was a confirmed bear market. Okay, so certainly if we wick down to there, but a close or multiple closes on those levels, me would indicate that quite possibly the bull market is over. I would have to see what circumstances led to that kind of levels, but that's just my feeling. So for me, I said yesterday, and I've been saying all along, I felt either the local bottom was in, because I teach on this channel in Life Changing Gains episode 4. I have 4 or 5 indicators that will show local bottoms and local tops. And I went through over these over the last 3 or 4 days. I'm not going to go over them again today. You can watch yesterday or the day before's videos. And so far, those indicators have proven to be correct. Just like I said back in July that the local bottom was in. I felt that 55K, I'd even said before we got down to 55K that 55K would be the low. Maybe we would wick down a couple of thousand under that. We wicked down under 53K. That's what I said. That's what happened. And then after it happened, when others were telling that Bitcoin was going to go lower and lower, I came on here and I said I felt the local bottom was in because of all those local bottom indicators. And so it's a little bit of a cheat sheet guide. I share it in, you can actually see it on my cheat sheet as well. I've got the cheat sheet guide on my cheat sheet of the local bottom indicators. Funding rates going negative was one of those things. Now, can we go lower from here? I think we could possibly come down. 47K is an area, 45K, but I just didn't see us breaking below that. So I'd said, look, 47K, we came down to 49, maybe 48. So I was pretty close there. And now again, I'm going on the record saying that I feel the local bottom is in. Or we're close to it. We could certainly come down just a touch lower, or we could come back to that 51,500. We'll look at the charts in a moment. So look at the data. What is the data telling you? I want to give you good data on here. I don't want to spread fear. I don't want to spread hopium. All I want to do is bring a balanced perspective of what I see in the charts and what I see in the bigger picture here. All right, and so the next we got the crash in 2020 versus the crash in 2024. So far, so good. And as you can see, yeah, so far, so good. And that was a great buying opportunity. I set up lots of level on my cheat sheet. One of those levels I set up was Betenza Tau. Now, if you got in Betenza Tau on my cheat sheet, it went as low as 160 there. It's now up at like 280. And I shared yesterday what coins I was trading in the dip and why I was trading those coins with lower supply, good tokenomics, so it takes less liquidity to move the coins. And look at Tau. Tau is absolutely crushing. It has only 21 million supply, just like Bitcoin, and has a very same, if similar, if not the same kind of setup as Bitcoin, which has proven to be very successful when you see Bitcoin currently at the prices that it is. Okay, Solana. So there's a big talk about the Ethereum. I've seen people, they're wanting to sell their Ethereum. They're frustrated. I get it. I understand it. Solana is my biggest holding. Has always been this bull run. I've been very outspoken about that. It's on my cheat sheet as my number one ranked coin. But I'm not dissing Ethereum. Now, I understand selling Cardano for Solana. That's a no-brainer. Boom, out the door. I am going to go over the Ethereum charts, but certainly there has been a big outflow from Ethereum into Solana, and that has certainly not helped the Ethereum price. It didn't help that Jump Capital sold of their Ethereum or most of it and started dumping it the day after the ETF launched. A lot of price suppression there and market manipulation, in my opinion. Okay, but here we go. Friendly reminder that Bitcoin is trading below all of these different EMAs. So we do have to be careful. The 200-day EMA is one of the ones that I really look at. And generally, whenever Bitcoin is below the 200 EMA, it's a good buying opportunity. It usually doesn't stay below there very long, and it usually doesn't go very far below it. That's the other thing as well. When people are calling for 30K, 35K, really it just lacks understanding of the broader market. I'm not saying that they're not right and it can't go there. I'm just saying that if it goes there, I feel like the bull market is probably over. I would say 99.99% the bull market is over at that point. So if people are still calling for lower prices and we're still in a bull market, it just doesn't make sense to me. And so we need to get above some of these Mays to really establish more of a bullish trend there. Okay, some of the altcoins that have bounced back, you can see here, the elites, the OGs, the layer ones, the layer twos, the DeFi, and so forth, DePIN, meme coins there. So you can see meme coins has had a pretty big, I'm just looking up my bigger screen here, a much bigger bounce here. Betenza Tau over here, as I've said before, absolutely awesome. Renders had a great, it's another one, Banana, which is in my cheat sheet, which I'll show you in a little bit. That's one I'm very bullish in. I picked up in the dip. Obviously, Sui and Casper up here, Injective and Ton. These are all in my cheat sheet here. So yeah, definitely we've seen altcoins have a nice little bounce. If you manage to buy that dip, sadly, as I shared yesterday, retail sold the dip and sold in loss. In fact, retail sold such heavily in loss, it reached historic levels. And whereas the institutions, the smart money, bought the dip, bought up, what was it, the stats yesterday, 14 billion in crypto, and poor old retail sold a bunch there. Okay, so on to the next one, because we're going to jump into the charts in just a minute here and into my cheat sheet. Another million strong. Sui Network has hit 16 million active accounts. Now, if you haven't used Sui, you can download the Sui wallet. I do believe the link is in the description below. You can send some Sui there. You can stake it. I believe you can also now send Solana there and Ethereum and USDT and get some pretty good APR here for staking it there. Very quick, very cheap, even cheaper than Ton. I do like Ton, don't get me wrong. And I did say Ton was going to have a bit of a pump yesterday because of the Elon Musk empire. There's a free airdrop, so check out the link below in the description, and you can sign up and start playing that game and earn free money. They are doing a free airdrop, I believe, sometime in September and October. The earlier you get in, the more coins you can get and the more rewards that you can get. But to do that, you have to have a TON wallet, and you have to buy some TON coin and send it to the TON wallet and link it to the game. I will show how to do this in an upcoming video, so stay tuned. So that means a lot of people, millions and millions and millions of people, are going to be buying small to large TON coins, which price will end up going up. And that's exactly what happened. And I told everybody yesterday that that was my gut feeling that that would happen, and that's exactly what's happened. Okay, and then we've got Casper, another one that I'm very bullish on. Here is a list of Casper prices with market cap. So as you can see, if Casper goes up to these prices, so I think it's very realistic that we could get to somewhere around this region. I like to be conservative, sure. You know, if we have some kind of really parabolia, you got to remember that Solana market cap, it was or is sitting around here. So $1.50 to $2 doesn't seem unreasonable. If Casper was to get to that market cap, Solana's market cap has probably doubled or tripled, by the way. So it's very reasonable to think that Casper could break into the top 10 and become a top coin. Of course, it's only 16 cents. It's still in my cheat sheet buy zones. So, and with that, I'm going to have a quick look at the cheat sheet here before we go to the charts. But I created those cheat sheets. So those of you who are new, I have all the entries for my HODL. And these entries, I gave aggressive entries, and I gave entries 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you could take any of these entries that you wanted to. You could take the aggressive entry, or you could just take entry 1, or you could have waited to get to the lower entries. I gave great scaling entries for people to get in at whatever risk level they felt necessary. I've got the average entries. I've got take profits on there. I've got what the moon bag is, what I think it will get to at the top of the market. I've even got the fully diluted valuation, so what the tokenomics are like. 100 obviously is the best, and 20 is not very good there. Neither is 14, by the way. And so you can check that out in your own leisure. I believe they're all in the buy zones or close to the buy zones. Even OM, I think, is coming pretty close to the buy zone. It may not have reached it. Of course, I gave OM on this channel at 80 cents, and it took off to like $1.40 or something, came all the way back to 90 cents. I'm not sure if it got back to that buy zone, but certainly these are just a guide. If it comes down to 85 cents, sitting at 89, you can pull the trigger and buy it if you want. It's your life. It's your money. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. I've also got an others here. These are requests that you've asked me to put in here, and there are more, and I do need to add more in here. I only own 2 of these, which is Fetch and HNT. But these are coins I think also could have a good bull run, and I've done the same thing here as my cheat sheet. And certainly I'm not recommending you own all these coins. 10 to 20 coins is fine. Just pick coins, and if you want a coin covered, please suggest it to me, and I'll consider adding it to the others. And this was also from the dip. And the dip, this was the chart that I gave you for swing trading. For a short-term trade, you could also long this, day trade it. So I gave Arweave at 12, 14 at 16. It's already at 20. I gave Banana at 25, 28. It's now at 35, 36. Obviously, Bitcoin is now up at around 57, 58. Ethereum is struggling there. If you got on at 21, you'll still be in profit, but sitting around about that level. Casper obviously went all the way down to 12 cents. Now it's at 16. Render, Solana went all the way down to $110. Now it's sitting at 150, 160. And of course, Tau was the big one that I gave. There's been the big winner. I gave that at 165, and now it's up at. So if you'd followed these cheat sheets, you'd be in the money. Okay. So these are these long-term hodls that we've been accumulated, but these are these short-term swing trades that you could have got in and then got out. Obviously, I haven't put the take profit in there. I probably should have, because Tau has kicked on so much quicker. So I need to add this stuff in. I need to add some take profit there. Certainly with Tau, you should, if you got in at 160 or 180, you should be considering taking some profit fairly soon there. I also had the stocks there, have all the stock that I have been accumulating here, all the prices, and some of those prices have been hit there. Obviously, I do need to add MicroStrategy. They just had their stock split. I did pick up some of that at around $120, $130. So I'll put some tiers for that in at some point. For those of you who want to get out some dead or some non-performing coins, I've got some. You can either rip the band-aid off. And remember, I don't like selling in loss, I don't like selling in loss. I don't like selling dips either. The only time I'll really do that is to roll that over into a stronger performing coin. Like if you wanted to get out of one of these coins, when it pumps a little bit, you can sell it into a stronger performing coin like Tau. That would have been a perfect opportunity on the latest dip to take from a non-performing coin into a coin like Potenza Tau, and then you would have made about $100 already on that trade with Potenza. I have links here. BitUnex is a great exchange for USA. If you're tired of all the fees and the terrible spreads on Coinbase, Uphold, and Crypto.com, BitUnex, please use that link. That helps support the channel. You will also get reduced trading fees there as well by using my referral link. And for other countries, there's BitGet, Bybit, KuCoin, Mexi is probably my favorite here. Make sure you're trading with NordVPN. That keeps your identity secure. And here's the deal: if you're not using a VPN, your location and identity are exposed. Okay, so just I even if you're not trading crypto, it's a good idea to have a NordVPN. It costs a couple of bucks a month, and with my link there, you get a discount and you get some free months as well. There's OKX Sui Land, which I talked about. You need the Sui wallet for there as well. And so I also have a market cap. If you haven't seen my video, this changes everything. It explains why I chose these coins in the latest dip. It doesn't mean that I'm not still accumulating all these. I am still accumulating those coins there, but these are the ones that I swing traded in the latest dip, okay? And so there's a lot of links there to check out. We also have the Elon Empire, so Hamster Kombat, 2 free airdrops as well. So there's a bunch of things to check out there as well. The stocks with Josh Discord, if you're not in that, there's the link there to get signed up. I have all my education here. I'm adding to this. Got my getting started video showing you how to get from Coinbase, Uphold, and Crypto.com across to BitUnex. With BitUnex, you do need the NordVPN, and you would set it to a country that is not the USA. And there is no KYC, so you don't need to put any of your personal data in there. And I show you how to move the funds from, say, Coinbase over to BitUnex. I also how to trade video on BitUnex, which I need to add to here. I've got all my life-changing gains series. This buy and sell and go to the beach is how to identify local bottoms and local tops. And this is why I've been able to call the last few bottoms and tops very accurately, and being able to tell people to sell at the top, buy at the bottom, and given different targets for buying and for selling. Okay, so please check that out as well. That is my cheat sheet. I'm going to jump into the charts very quickly here. And so with Bitcoin, I identified yesterday on the Discord that this area here where I had my trend line drawn has been good resistance, and this was a possible entry here. I also said on the Discord that if that broke, that around 51,500 where we have this Lux Algo order block over here, that would be the next area that I was looking at. And we could still come down to that. Remember, we've got Rectember coming up here, so don't get too bullish. We're also not above the 200 EMA on the daily or the 50-day moving average, simple moving average. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking to see this trend line hold. If this trend line holds, but see here how we were butting our head up against the 200. We're not doing that right now. So I feel that we could stay down here a little longer than we did here. Now, of course, that's not, anything could happen. Some bullish news could come out and change that narrative. But certainly I'm looking to see how this reacts. If we see it come up and bump and we see several bumps like this, then I'm more bullish about this going to break through. But if we have a bump and a pretty strong rejection from there and we sit around here and we're not testing that, then we may stay down here a little bit longer. Of course, we can always come down and fill partial this wick here. Quite oftentimes we see this happen where these wicks get filled. Look at this wick over here. It got completely filled. There's liquidity there. So we could see, I'm not saying that all this wick could be filled, although we could. And if we do fill this entire wick, I'm looking at that $47,000 level. Again, as earlier in the video, I think we're in serious trouble if we go below 45,000 there. I would say that's the line in the sand for me. So here we go with this 51,500. Have some orders there if you're dollar cost averaging, if you want to follow my trades. And then obviously this could be a good area if we come back down and bounce. But until we get up and break above here and then get a break above here, particularly this one here, I think, as I've said always on this channel, above the 200 EMA on the daily, we're bullish. below the 200 EMA on the daily, and it's still bearish for me. So just keep that in mind. We're going to quickly look at Ethereum because I had requests. I had been usually following a little bit of covering a little bit of Ethereum here. So Ethereum is extremely bearish, and this could be a good time. If you're an Ethereum bull, you will look back and say, hey, this was a great time to pick up Ethereum. We could come back down to this 2200 level here and fill half this wick. Also, the 200 simple moving average on the weekly time frame is here. That's generally been good support. That's why I have it there. And look how Ethereum wicked into that and held that level. And so we're not pounding away on it, nor have we had a big V-shaped recovery from there. But certainly I feel the ETH price has been very manipulated. A lot of FUD on ETH. That just signals to me that this could be a good opportunity to accumulate. ETH is going to have its moment. ETH is going to have its run. Certainly it hasn't performed well against Bitcoin if you look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So yeah, so look, I would be, if you're looking to accumulate some ETH, I would have some orders around 2200. I think here is an okay level still to be picking up. And then obviously until we get back above 3100, it's very bearish. So that's a long way to go, but that can happen very quickly. And then the 50-day moving average is sitting just a little bit above that. I think once we can break from there, I think we can take back up to the 4,000 range. We'll find some resistance there, and then we'll shoot up and hit that all-time high. I think that can all start to happen between now and the end of the year. I think we should be back up at this level here. I'm not overly bearish on ETH. It doesn't look good on the ETH BTC chart. It would have been better to be in Bitcoin, okay, to a certain extent. Obviously, ETH had a pump here, so it hasn't been all doom and gloom. But since June, it would have been better to be out of ETH and into Bitcoin there. And if you look, at the bigger time frame here, it hasn't been a pretty signal. But if you look at where ETH is coming down into, it's coming down into this wick over here. So I think, if you're wanting to get out of ETH, and that's okay. I would personally wait because I think we've probably found a bit of a bottom ETH against Bitcoin, and you could probably dollar cost average out at higher levels, unless you're just looking to roll it from one to another. Well, but you can see how we've come down with ETH Bitcoin. Look at the support it's found here. I'm not expecting it to go any lower than this. So I feel like this could be the bottom against ETH and Bitcoin. And then obviously we need to get back above here for ETH to maintain any bullish, of course, red. So this little area here, ETH needs to get back above before I'll say, hey, ETH is bullish against Bitcoin. Otherwise, it's better to be in Bitcoin than in Ethereum currently. Although, of course, if you're buying the fear and the FUD, and this dip here, this could well end up being a great buying opportunity in the future. And then I'm going to finish just quickly with Solana here because Solana has been on a tear. I am going to do some altcoins coming up, so please put your request in the comments below. I'll consider that. I'll definitely be considering bring some of my cheat sheet here. But as you can see with Solana has been crushing. We are over the 200 EMA on the daily. That's bullish. We are also over the 50-day moving average. That is bullish as well. We're coming into a little bit of resistance here on my EMA ribbons band here. And we certainly have the up here. Look, if you're short trading Solana, I'm not going to lie, 160 is not a bad place to take some profit. And then maybe it can come back down and reaccumulate. We could bounce around here. I wouldn't be surprised if we bounced around between this 120 to 160 range for a little while here. There is definitely some resistance here. So if you're swing trading Solana, which is an incredible coin to swing trade, by the way, you could certainly be going in and out. And this is why I encourage having two different portfolios, one for hodling, one for holding long-term holds, and one that you can just swing trade and get in and out of trades. I know people are like, oh, I sold at 160 and then it kept going up. But if you've got your hodl bag, it doesn't matter. Because you can use your swing trade to sell at 160 and take profit, but your hodl bag, you just keep holding and then just take profits on the way up. And I have all those areas outlined in my cheat sheet. If you go back over to here for Solana, for taking profits here on Solana, what we have 260, 415, 500, and then a moon bag of somewhere between 660 to 1100 there. I'll obviously, as the bull run goes on, I'll update some of these targets to the upside. These are predictions, of course, based on Fibonacci's and other factors that I put in there, but certainly depending on how high we get up on the Fibonacci's is what Solana. But I do think Solana 600 to 800 to 900, maybe even 1,000 at the very top. I don't really see it going above there. All right, we're going to wrap that up. And as always, I appreciate all of your support, this incredible community that we've built together. Just amazing people, amazing human beings. I so appreciate you. And until the next episode here at Tribal Trades, happy trading.